Hey guys, future me again. Oh, future me again. Hey guys, future me. Coming back to tell you that you can download the line art for Luigi if you want to follow along in the tutorial. The link is in the description below. You have to go to the Discord channel, and in the Discord server you'll have a channel that's dedicated to all the tutorial assets. So yeah, you can download it. Link down below. Hi everybody, welcome back to a new tutorial where you will learn how to color Luigi using color pencils. I try to keep it as simple as possible. Usually this may look complicated, but it's simpler than you think. So the main colors are going to be green and blue, and then you have the brown for the shoes. This is where I got a little bit too picky because I could have used just the one brown and it would be fine because we could have put different amounts of pigment in that area. But I wanted to go with this one. It just have a little bit of a lighter shade color in the bottom. This is the skin tone because cream is to yellow and peach is to pink, and then yellow for the buttons. So that's it. Then we're gonna use the number 3 brush, chisel brush. Right? Is that what chisel here? Okay, because this little tip lets you color the finer areas of the drawing. Then we'll add more details with ballpoint pen. So fairly simple shade of color, nothing too complicated. And we'll start with the green. And we're just gonna color around town. And we're just gonna apply a light, just an even coat of pigment. I went a little bit heavier there by mistake, but just cover it all around where you need the green. And this is the green that I had that was the closest to the green for Luigi. Every other green was too wrong of a shade of green. Now we're going to kind of pick where you want the light to be coming from. My defaults are usually kind of from the top. The bottom would be a dramatic lighting, so that's why I kind of shy away from it most of the time, unless I want to make a really dramatic, like dun dun dun. Although I did have a post for that, but my sister wanted this one, so I could have used that one, and that would have been more like a dramatic lighting from the bottom up. Anyway, so now we're gonna put some shadows with the same green that we put the beginning layer of color, but I'm gonna put a bit more pressure so you can kind of enrich that area of the pigment. And that's going to allow us to make it look like a shadow. You do a gradient, so slowly start lightening your pressure on the pencil. So you can kind of do this. So lightly, you don't even have to put like any more pressure in different ways. Just light pressure and then just go over it a multiple times. Right, so there we go. Lickety split. Right, trail. Bam, done with the green. Now, blue. Same thing, initial coat of color, just lightly so. Or you can, I just like to do this so I can kind of see how everything looks together with the color applied. And then I can kind of put the shadows easier that way too, if you saw. We're gonna go around town. There you go. Darker here, always darker where you see, like, contact shadows. Alright, so that's there. I think we're gonna put a bit more green over here too. Alright, that's it. So now we're gonna do the jello. The jello is going to be over here. Bam, jello. Jello sounds more fun than yellow. Jello. Alright, so now we're going to use sienna brown because it has like a nice warmth to it. It's dark enough, but it still has like a nice softness to it, I guess. Softness. I don't know if it's softness or not. But if I had to use like dark umber, that's a little bit too dry. Like it looks like a dry material. Like I wouldn't want it. This is like chocolate, you know. Okay, here's where I made a choice to use one more color than I really needed per se. This one for the sole of the shoe. You could use the same one brown that you would have, or you know, whatever you're using, and just put a little bit less here than here, and it would have been fine. But here, I just want to use another shade. These are all Prismacolor pencils. Now, this is for the skin tone. I'll butcher a lot of words. Oh, hold on. Same brown we use for the shoes that we're going to use for the hair. The cabello, you know? On the offense. Almost forgot the pet cabello. Sorry, cabello. Okay. Now, I don't think it really matters which one you put first. Cream, like I said, is too yellow. Peach is light peach is too pink. So to achieve a proper balance, I put a little bit of both. There you go. Toad out, level cow. Oh, we forgot one pen. So we forgot rojo for the tongue. Yeah. He also has blue eyes. Your liner, I'm pretty sure I told you before. I inserted a clip saying that you can download the line art for the drawing, so you can follow along with me. And the eye should be fixed. It's just I kind of messed it up, and it gave me an extra line, but it should be fixed on your copy. Right, so that's it. That's all we do with that. Now, agua. We're gonna use water, and you're gonna use the one brush for everything. Or I mean, I use one brush for everything. You don't want it to be soaking wet, but you want it to be wet. But at the beginning, I have to kind of like let it soak a bit more, so it kind of soak up some water. And there you go, bam, cleansed. And I usually start from the edges where the shadows are, so I can move some of that pigment inward, and that makes the shadow kind of like slowly degrade. But maybe it looks like I put a bit too much pencil, and now everything looks kind of even. But anyway, this is what we do. No, there you go. There's some lightness to it. It works, see? I know what most of the stuff that I'm doing, or how it works. Yeah, I speak right. So there you go. Make sure that you move quick enough with the water around the picture, because if I let it sit for too long, dry in one spot, and then move back and kind of try to match it with another area, it would show up as a very hard line and not like a smooth blend like this. I'll show you what I mean in a bit. Hold on. So here we're using the tip of the brush, so you can go with a little thinner areas. Whammo stuff. Alright, so this is what I mean. I'm not gonna make it be that way, but let's say I do this, right? Floop, 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 floop. Right, and I let that dry there, and then I go back and I try to do it afterwards. You're gonna see that line for the rest of the, from then on, unless you put more pencil afterwards, and then put it again and stuff. But that's what you have to. You not want to move a little bit faster, not faster, but with some haste, Bam. I think I made a good decision with the color choice. I wasn't too sure that the blue was gonna work, so happy that it worked. Now let's go to the green nose stuff. Bam, see? It works. Now, we're gonna move to the brown. Okay, that's it. We did it. We accomplished it. Luigi here is colored. So then you might be asking yourself, well, what's the next step? The next step is that we forgot the eyes and the mouth. So eyes, baba luba, baba luba, baba luba, boom. Ah, he has nice eyes. Now we're gonna go to the tongue, and we're gonna spread it around, right? But that's just an idea. Bam, bam. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna pick up some of the blue and bring it down. I think I brought some of that. I don't know. Anyway, that was it. Done. So we forgot nothing because we did everything, right? No, we forgot the face. Wow, guys, come on. We didn't even touch the face. Nobody said anything. Okay, cool. I mean, it's not like it's making much of a difference, to be honest. But, you know, just to make sure that the pigment stays on the paper. But nobody said anything, man. Damn. Alright. Boom. So dirty is. We done did it, guys. Now for sure, we're done. All colors are done. The water is done. Thank you for your service, water. We're gonna put everything away now. Alright, so now we're gonna use good old ballpoint. I know it already has a line, so if you want to leave it as it is when you print it out, you're done. Good. But with the ballpoint pen, you can do some cool stuff and make it look a bit more dimensional, like, you know, more tangible. Kind of more 3D, I guess. Not 3D, but you'll get what I mean. So, picking the spot to start off with, I'm gonna start over here, just because I want to. I will let it dry first before you start doing this, but since I'm short on time, I'm gonna just start doing it right now. So we're almost done with the inking. It will take some time depending on how wet your paper is. Mine was pretty wet, so it took me a while to apply enough ink on it. That's why I would definitely recommend you letting it dry. I was just again pressing for time to have this tutorial done in time to post it on the day that it's posted, which is Wednesday. No, Tuesday. I had to cook, so I fell behind and stuff, but we're here, we made it, you know? As long as we make it, it's good. So I'm in the East Coast. I still have the West Coast time to go by. I do that sometimes. As I excuse sometimes myself. Like, well, but it's still early enough for the West Coast. But, you know. Alright. So now that we're done with the outline of the drawing, we're going to use the pen to go over the areas where we want the shadows to appear. So we're going to do it lightly, so not too much pressure on the pen itself. And you're going to start kind of scratching like this. So, you know, scratch, or hatching, but you're going to be like kind of scratching the paper with like flicks of your wrist. And you're doing that, just kind of like go around the area where the shadows are going to be more prominent, and you do it all around. So here, see, I went like this, and then I made a curve with the strokes of my pen, not necessarily one line. and you can do that so you can kind of help define the shapes of your drawing. And yeah, it looks nicer. So you can play around with it, with where you want the shadows to be. You can go as detailed as you want or keep it as simple as you like. I like shadows to be pretty defined, so I make sure that it's pretty dark for the most part. Okay, here you're gonna have to put more shadows than in this leg because this is literally underneath his whole body. Yeah, so then you can put more lines, like denser layer of lines, so like closer together. Again, either way, we're gonna go over it afterwards, but the beginning layer usually has to be also dark. And you need some shadows on the back here because it's underneath the body itself as well. You're gonna have some kind of like lighter area in the middle, so you can start with very short strokes here in the middle of the leg, and then grow them as you move around. So that way you can leave the spot here a little bit brighter than the rest, and then you can have like some sort of like light movement, right? Here we start from the bottom, but I will put a bit of shadows here just because it's like the contact shadow from the jeans leg to where the shoe starts. Same thing here. So now here, little short strokes. Here, same thing, just to give some texture, and because it's behind everything. Bam. We're gonna do here too. Here you're gonna have a lot more shadow on the bottom because it's facing away from the light. Alright, so now, after that layer is done with the shadows, I'm going to go over in a way so these lines are going vertically. I'm going to do one in a horizontal way. That way you can cross it as, cross hatching. But then you go over it all around where you want to accentuate certain areas of the shadow. So there, around here, because it gives you a little more shape. See, like a definition to the shape. You should know the light's here and it falls back down here. So here you can even go up over it again one more time, just to kind of like push you a little bit further back. Okay. And just that's how I like to shade stuff. You don't have to shade it. I mean, the reference for this picture was Luigi in a very bright place. Alright, so there it is. Luigi in all his glory. See here, I didn't put that many other ones just because it was dark enough, so I didn't want to have it to be, I didn't want to make it any more darker because it was fine. Here you can kind of argue that you probably would need some just because it's underneath the visor, but it's up to you. It just depends on how dark you want the shadows to be, how pronounced you want them to be. And you can always add more. That's why I like ballpoint pens, because ballpoint pen ink can be layered. So then you don't have to go really hard right away. You can just build up from it. There you go. That's our boy Luigi. So yeah. Next one would be Wario, because I like Wario as my favorite character. Wario from the Mario universe anyways. Then we'll have Waluigi, because why not Waluigi, you know? And then we'll see. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you got a chance to print out the art, because for every tutorial that you see in my channel, you will be able to download the line art so you can follow along at home with whatever colors you have. The technique will still apply. You can always follow me on Twitch, Twitter, same name, Vorendor. Should be on the bottom somewhere, or like next to the face. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, like it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Peace.